What's up, guys? This is your girl Brandy Orr, and I'm back again with another video. But this time it's gonna be something different. Your girl, is trying to do a story time. I've never did a story time, but I got a lot of adventurous stories that's gonna happen in my life that are actually real stories. And some of them you guys probably wouldn't believe, but they're real. Everything that I'm about to tell you and that I tell you in the future is real. It's a real story. But before we get into my story time, I want you guys to please, your girl is trying to come up. I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm just trying. Like, I done bought me some more equipment. I know I keep saying I got more equipment. I keep adding on. I'm just the type of person, I can be lazy at times and I want to do stuff the easy way. But I'm realizing I'm going to actually have to put myself out here and work. And your girl is finally ready to really do that. So with that being said, please, if this video run across you, give your girl a chance and hit that like button and subscribe. Now, on to my story time. Today I chose to pick the story time about when I traveled to Philadelphia and met a guy that I met off a line. Now, starting from the beginning, one of me and my homegirls had met up. I hadn't seen her in years because my first child's dad, I went through a really, really bad domestic violence situation with him, and I finally got out of it. And that's another story for another day. But, so I was able to, like, you know, be a young adult again because I was only like 18, 19 years old. I was able to actually live my life again along with working and taking care of my responsibility of raising my child. So I called one of my high school homegirls over and we just kicked it or whatever, and she turned me onto this website called Mochospace. Automatically, I was just, how should I say this? Okay, let me just say it like it is for what it is. I don't really want to offend nobody, but I didn't really want anybody from my town. I didn't want anybody from Tennessee. I was like, everybody where I'm from, they know somebody that you know, or they gonna be in a relationship with somebody that you know, because this town is small or whatever in Tennessee. So long story short, I met a couple of guys from out of town, and he was the type of guy, when he approached me, his whole approach game was not disrespectful at all. So I gave him the chance. So we just got to talking or whatever. And when I look back on it, I think about it now, I realize that I was naive and dumb as fuck. Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we kicked it off. But now when I think back on it, and after I came back from the trip, I realized that homeboy ran game on me. But anyways, we talked for a couple of months, and then I've always had like a strict aunt and mama that's very opinionated. And so I told them that, you know, I wanted to travel out of town and see this guy. And I explained to them, you know, I kind of put the sympathy card on them about everything that I had been through in my past relationship and how I was just trying to live my life or whatever. And they decided to, you know, they was like, okay, well, you know what, we'll support you. You can go. And so my other aunt that always travels all the time, she gave me the ropes and everything, what I'm going to need to do, what I need to pack, this, that, and the third, book online. And so instantly, for one, where I made the mistake at is I should have never, for one, I should have never booked that ticket on my own. I should have made him MoneyGram me or something, because that's, I feel like, what messed this whole relationship up. I do feel like oh boy was a good guy, but I feel like that he could tell that I was naive and maybe I was going through something. And that's another thing I want to tell you ladies. When meeting somebody and talking to somebody, even if you have been through something bad or awful, don't put it out there for them, because they're going to see that and they're going to take advantage of that. I haven't met one guy, whether it was a good guy or not, that you actually tell them what you're going through and they take your weakness and use it against you. So, anyways, with that being said and done, moving along, we just talked for a couple of months on the phone, and my heart was just telling me don't do it, but I kind of felt like my heart was telling me don't do it, don't go and see him, because of the simple fact is that I felt as if I was doing what I had to do as far as with my son's father in that relationship, because I didn't want my child to, you know, have to go through that or be selfish towards my child. But my heart really wasn't ready to let go of him. So although I was meeting and mingling and talking to this guy, I still had that regret in my head of not being with my child's father. But I knew it was for the best. I knew it was what I had to do, because I didn't want to tarnish my child, you know, because he didn't ask to be here. But anyways, the more and more I got to talk to him, I kind of like got over the fact of, okay, this is what it's going to be. You're eventually going to have to step out and see somebody. You know, it's no point. And so I was trying to convince him, because I had my own house, 2 jobs. I was a go-getter. I had money. I was always responsible. Even though I had my child at 17 years old, I was trying to get him to come down and see me. He didn't want to come down and see me. He would always make excuses. I gotta take care of my mom. This, I gotta that. And so, and I knew he stayed with his mom, and I knew, you know, that he didn't have any kids, and I knew that he was kind of like, you know, going to college. We was around about the same age, and he was in college, but I wasn't in college because I was taking care of my child, and I had 2 jobs or whatnot. Now, anyways, we would just talk on the phone or whatever, and one night I just kind of like, everybody else around me, my cousins and all them, they used to always come to my house, stay at my house. We used to party and drink, but it would only be like us girls in the house. And so they would always talk about their boyfriends and everything, and I never had a boyfriend or anything to talk about. So I had decided, okay, yeah, I'm going to actually go and see him. But I did a test run on him. I allowed myself to get drunk, and I sent him a video dancing in just my underwear off of, I believe her name is, I believe it's Carrie Hilson's song. I may be wrong, but the song was Slow Dance or something. Anyway, so I sent him that video. I mean, I was a thickums back then. Like, before I picked up on my second child, I was a thickums. I mean, no stomach, no nothing, honey. Your girl had it going on. When I say going on, going on. So, anyway, not that I don't have it going on now. But, a long story short, I finally decided that I was going to go out of town with him. But at the time that I decided, I wanted to give it a couple more weeks, because I wanted to, my aunt had told me that if you do decide to go see him, then you need to book in advance. So I gave myself time to save up and everything. Plus I had whole bills, whole house and everything to pay for. So I saved up about $1,000. And my mom came pick me up, dropped me off. My cousins and my whole family, we were all close. So my son was taken care of. I left money with him and whatnot. But mind you, this is my first time ever being on a plane. And I'm a scaredy cat. I was so scared. So I got on the plane. I get to the hotel. I call them. I tell them I'm at the hotel. I kid you not. This dude said, oh, you really came and see me on it? So, nigga, I've been on the phone with you all night, and you been telling me you didn't really think that I was really coming to see you? And I told you that I was coming to see you? So, that threw me off right there. So, I'm just in the hotel. I'm like, oh, well. At least I got to experience somewhere outside of Tennessee. So, anyways, long story short, he finally gets the galls to call back, and he tells me, I want to come see you, but I don't have no money to get down there. Me being stupid ass, being like, I don't know why I let this roll off of my tongue. I don't know why I let it roll off of my tongue. I have the audacity to tell this. I don't travel to see him. He ain't put in on my ticket. He ain't did nothing. I done told this dummy, I paid for you a cab to come and see you. The nigga had to stay. I was in Philadelphia. I can't even remember what hotel I stayed in. But the hotel was expensive. I had to take you had to be 21 years old to stay at the hotel. And I wasn't 21 years old. So I booked it in my mama's name. My mama gave me her ID, which, don't ever do this for nobody. Don't ever do that. I don't know why I did that. But, whew, long story short, I paid for that hotel room and my ticket and him a cab to get there. That ain't the topper though. But hold on now. He calls me. He says, I'm down here. The cab got his ass motherfucking waiting in the cab because they don't think, I guess, you know, in Philadelphia, I don't know if people run off from their cab fare or whatever, but he's sitting inside the cab. I'm standing there when I first see him. I'm like, no, this don't look like the pictures of homeboy that I seen on the phone. So I'm standing there. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little timid. But I'm like, please tell me this ain't dude. I'm looking at his whole get up. I done went out the way. I done paid about $80 to get my hair done. I done went and bought clothes. I done did a lot of stuff just to come to this trip. Long story short, I finally get the nerves. I called my mama friend on the phone because I couldn't get my mama on the phone. I called my mama friend on the phone, her best friend. I'm like, listen, I'm down here and I'm looking, I can see him. This has to be him. This is the only person that's in the front of the lobby in a cab. I was like, for one, he don't look like the same person. He got a couple more pounds on him. Not that first of all, let me put this out before I get deep into this story. I don't have a problem with a heavy set dude because my first child's father was very heavy set. More heavier set than the dude I'm talking about. But his picture didn't look like what he had showed me. It didn't look like that same person. So, long story short, so I finally go out there and get him. This damn taxi cab costs $30, almost $40 something. Of course, I'm trying to be bougie because I'm in another city, so I got to get a man a tip. I might as well say $45. Shame on me, y'all. I was a young fool. Long story short, I'm walking back up to the hotel room, my head down. You could tell he might be a good young man, but he ain't really proud of his circumstances or where he come from. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm just being too hard on myself and not wanting to open up. So, you know, I kind of like opened up to him or whatever. And I was like, looks ain't everything. I mean, yeah, I did want his shoes to be cleaner. He had some Timberlands on. The Timberlands, you know, I wanted them to be fresh and clean. I wanted him to put the effort in like I put the effort in. But he didn't put that effort in. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to overlook this. Because at first I was being childish. I was being rude. I was like on the phone with my mama's friend, like just trying to beg her to stay on the phone and continue to talk to me. And, you know, she was like, get off the phone, Brandy. Go talk to your company. So I finally got off the phone. So I'm thinking we about to be up and out of this hotel room because all the promises that he promised me on the phone, I'm going to take you here, I'm going to take you there. I mean, I just would have been happy. I didn't have to go to the club. I'd have been happy going back to his house somewhere. We stayed in the hotel room the whole weekend. The only thing good that I got out of it, it was get the sex. The sex was that was the only thing. I paid over $500 something to go have some good sex. I could have stayed in Tennessee for that. I traveled all the way to Philadelphia for that. So I know y'all probably don't know this about me, but if y'all one of my 17 subscribers, y'all been watching my hair videos, then y'all know I have alopecia on the sides. My mama friend did my hair up real good, honey. He sexed that hair up out of me. I had to go in the shower before he could see my little bald spots. That made me mad too, because I had to go back. I didn't bring a brush or comb. I was unprepared because my aunt told me, you know, when you going through customs and you going through the airport, some stuff they won't let go through, some stuff they will. So that was that on that. Went there, took a shower. Thank God I don't have a rough texture of hair because I didn't have a comb, brush, or nothing. I went there and wet it, kind of combed it down. You know, I had permed her at this point in time, but I still had some length to it, so I was able to just put it in a little natural ponytail. Here we are. That was that Friday night that I seen him. Saturday morning, wake up, I'm hungry. I don't mind buying my stuff because, you know, I came down there prepared. My mama sent me off very well. She told me, you know, I had my own money, but my mama was like, just in case something emergency come up or something, here's my debit card. So I had over enough money, but I'm sitting there. When I first meet somebody, anyways, I'm always scared to eat in front of them. So long story short, I'm just to the point to where like forget it. I don't accept him for his flaws. I'm about to eat. Honey, I am about to eat. So I'm like, I'm about to order something. You want to order some room service? How you gonna come to a hotel and you ain't got a dime on you? So now I gotta feed you? I sent this ass down there to get that food. I called back home. I dogged him after everybody I could know. Wasn't nobody trying to answer the phone for me. I dogged that man out to everybody I can call while he was going to get that food. And when Sunday came, you wouldn't get no more food off of me. And you wasn't getting a cab home. He talking about, so I'm going to go catch the shuttle bus from the hotel and get on the train. Well, that's your best bet. That's your best bet. Then gonna leave early and say you gotta go take care of your mama. Boy, stop. But no, I was still settling. It wasn't good enough for me yet. I get back home in my feelings. Back to Tennessee. He calls me on the phone. How you doing? This, that, and the third. We make it official. My sucker butt gonna fall for it. He gonna have the audacity to think because I done paid the way the whole way up there where he was at when I was out of town and not in my comfort zone to ask me for some money. Oh, I ripped him a new a-hole. Sure did. Then he gonna call me back and say, well, I didn't, whatever he said. He talked real bad to me, real greasy to me. But it's cool. And then in the midst of that, he told me, and that's why I don't want your hick. Called me a hick. I didn't even know what a hick was. I had to look it up. I called my aunt and was like, what is a hick? She was like, country, this, that. I was like, oh, well, I guess I am that. So it is what it is. But that's that on that. The kicker was I never did delete him off of my Facebook. So, throughout the years, what really made me pick this story time is because every time I get on Facebook, I see that he's doing really well in a relationship. And of course, I'm happily in a relationship. But I just be looking at his little Facebook like, wonder who's paying the way. Wonder is she getting what I didn't get. So the moral of this story is, this story time is all over the place and everywhere. This is my first one. Y'all bear with your girl. because I'm going to get more comfortable with my camera. I'm working on getting more comfortable with it. It's just that it feels kind of weird a little bit talking to myself. But the moral of the story is never, when meeting somebody out of town or meeting somebody in general, never be the one to pay for everything. Never do it. Get a chance to know somebody and go in half with them. Because homeboy just played me and the only thing I got out of it was some good old sex. That's it. And now that I think about it, to be honest with you, that was childish sex. Because I'm not going to say a kid. I was 19 years old, but I didn't know myself like I know myself now. It wasn't even worth over the almost close to $1,000 that I spent to go down there for a day and a half just to lay in a hotel room. Couldn't find nowhere free to take me or nothing. Couldn't walk me around. The most I seen of Philadelphia was from getting off the airport to getting on the shuttle bus. That's all I seen. So, hope you guys see this story time. Hope you guys give me a chance. Hope you guys subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Your girl coming through. Peace. Show me some love. Goodbye.